I'm trying a completely new way of fishing for me, and it could be a disaster. I absolutely love kayak fishing, so when Isle approached me to test out their new Switch Pro, which is an inflatable paddleboard kayak hybrid, of course I said yes after I saw that it had some features that should benefit anglers. But is this a fishing machine or just some gimmicks to get anglers like me to bite? Let's hit the water and find out.
Oops, can't believe I did that. That was impressive. Oop, that was a bite. Oh, it was a gar. Glad I did not catch him. Oh man, I can see it. No snakes, right? Oh, God. I thought it was gonna do that. Squirrel doesn't like us here. Oh, caught a giant. Watch out. Might tip the boat. With that giant, man. I'm surprised we didn't tip.
So the first thing that I really like about this kayak slash paddleboard is the stability. I can stand up in it. Now it's not the most stable paddleboard or kayak I've ever been on, but it is stable enough to stand up on, which hence the name stand up paddleboard, so it better be. Another thing that I noticed is that there is actually the option to install a motor on the back. They have some excellent, Isle thought this through with built-in motor mounts, and it's truly impressive to me because most kayaks don't even have this feature, let alone I wouldn't expect an inflatable paddleboard kayak to have this feature at all. Another great thing is just the access that it gives to areas that other people simply can't reach by walking or even boating. Because this platform sits so shallow in the water, you can get to those super shallow areas that other anglers just can't reach. Now, one of my big things about fishing kayaks is how comfortable they are. I've sat in a bunch that just don't have a comfortable seat. It makes my butt hurt, it makes my back hurt, and in 45 minutes, I'm just done fishing because I hurt. That's not the case with this one. The seat is inflatable, so you can adjust it to the stiffness that you want. Plus, the back support is adjustable, and it can wrap around your back if you want it. If you want it a little looser, you can do that. So overall, I've been pretty impressed with the seat. It's not the most comfortable seat that I've sat in, but it's definitely a lot more comfortable than other kayaks that I've used. The other pro that I've found that I like is the Rigability, to a point. You see, they did design this with anglers in mind, meaning that they've got the motor mount in the back and they've got a few different ways to rig the kayak. Like they've got the option for a kayak crate, and that's great. However, it also turns into a con because your options are limited. Unlike hard-sided kayaks, it doesn't have track systems that you can really fine-tune and make it your own. And unlike other inflatable kayaks that I've tested, it doesn't have the adapters to mount starport plates onto it and install cup holders, extra rod holders, and safety flags. So another con that I discovered, and if you're fishing in the summer, it's not a con, it's actually very welcome, but if you're fishing when it's cold or in cold water and you don't want to get wet, well, sorry, but you're gonna get wet on this platform. It sits so low to the water that a big wave gonna come crash over and get you wet, or you're gonna lean and get water onto the deck and it's gonna get wet. So if you're one who doesn't like getting wet, which I don't know why you're on the water if you don't, but if you don't, this is not the platform for you. Another downside to kayak fishing in general, but especially with inflatable kayaks, and paddleboards is the increased time it takes to get onto the water. So I'm one who likes to hurry up and get on the water, and it just takes time to air it up, to put everything on it, to carry it down to the water, get everything set, and then take off, and then you can go. Whereas, you know, a hard-sided kayak, you don't gotta air it up, you throw your stuff in, you throw it in the water and go. Or a boat, you usually don't even have to do that. But my point is that this increased time, especially on a hot day like today, isn't as enjoyable. Lastly, if you're looking for a very cost-friendly, cheap option, Isle is probably not the company for you. But that's because they have made really quality products. I've been beyond impressed with the durability of this kayak. I've watched my daughter and her friend run it into trees, run it into rocks. I've drug it down rocky banks because I didn't have another option. I've ran it into stumps and rocks myself, and my daughter and her friend were jumping off of it, jumping on it, which leads me to, who the heck is this paddleboard kayak hybrid for? I believe it's for the weekend angler or somebody looking to have a great family platform. But if you're a dedicated angler looking to get into tournament fishing, this is simply not the platform for you. But for those of you that are looking to be dedicated kayak anglers, I mounted a few trolling motors to different kayaks, but there's only one that I would recommend you using. And if you want to find out what that is, it's in the video down below me, and I can't wait to see you there.